Okay, I'm Michelle Brown of the CCSVI Alliance, and I wanted to introduce myself. Thank you. And also, let me turn around here. I also wanted, can you hear me? Louder? Hello? Okay, thank you. Here, you can see which slides go where. I wanted to give a little background to how the Alliance formed, and I wanted to thank Dr. Sclafani for inviting us to speak. The Alliance formed out of TIMS, this is MS. There was a group of us in Connecticut who went to Buffalo to be tested as part of their MRD and Doppler tests back last fall. And once we got our discs and looked at our jugulars, we knew that we needed to get a doctor on the East Coast to take care of us. So we started an outreach program to 100 neurologists or 100 interventional radiologists at university hospitals in the tri-state New York area. And eventually, Dr. Sclafani answered our email and was very intrigued and reached out to the neurologist in his hospital and other doctors, created quite a stir. And ultimately, when he saw the MRVs of us, that did it. He brought us in, and I was his first patient. But what we knew was that we had to pay it forward because Dr. Sclafani caught on to it, and so did we. And we knew that there were plenty of people who needed somebody to help them advocate for themselves. And so we formed the CCSVI Alliance, and that was formed in February. The CCSVI Alliance's mission is to help patients advocate for themselves, to educate patients and caregivers on CCSVI. But primarily, it's to work with medical professionals from disparate factions of the medical community and scientific community and try to bring everybody together in the exploration and science of CCSVI. Our goal is to have a professional organization. We have a 501c3 that's been in place since the end of April. We're very lean. We all have full-time jobs, and we're working basically 20 hours a day between our jobs and at night, putting together our website, which officially launched today. We put it up last night, sent out press releases about 10 o'clock last night to the media and then to the doctors. And we put it up on Facebook and put out our first tweet last night as well. And so our website has several topics to it. It goes from the basics and the frequently asked questions to advanced topics, which get way into detail into all of the papers and all of the imaging and showing a lot of the things that Dr. Hakey showed and Sal showed too. We have a section on helping myself, which is directed at patients so they can help themselves. And then we've personalized it with patient perspectives as well and ways to help the cause. You can move forward. Thank you. In our as acting our mission out, education is one of our main goals. And as far as educating goes, we've decided that it was really important to encounter all the myths that are involved in CCSVI. And so we're dispelling myths, but they're not always positive myths. We're not rah-rah CCSVI, this is definitely a cause to MS. We're wanting science to explain it, and we want to dispel the null hypothesis. And so we're looking at things from a very balanced perspective so that, that people can take us as being a valid organization. You can go to the next one. What we have in our education area as well is very in-depth slides that show different stenoses. And we also have, you can go. We also have a welcome interview with Dr. Hakey on our homepage as we've launched. And we're going to be doing interviews with different doctors and scientists and roundtables and discussions and putting them up on our site, both in videos as well as photographs and transcripts, so people can really get a feeling of what's going on as far as patients can get a feeling as well. We're doing patient perspectives as well. And our patient perspectives are being done a little bit different than the YouTube videos that everybody's been watching. Our patient perspectives are written, and they're written not only from the point of view of a patient, but they're also written from the point of view of a caregiver or a close personal friend or significant other. So people perhaps who haven't, and sometimes people haven't seen somebody in a long period of time. We have one that is from a friend of somebody who was treated by Dr. Dake in California, and his perspective starts seeing Lou arrive in California for his treatment, and then seeing him 2 months later for his 2-month checkup, and then seeing him again a year later, which just happened. So it's a different perspective than you've seen out there. What we're doing for the medical community and how we're participating and being active is, our role is, we see ourselves as to convene the community. So we're looking at convening neurologists with diagnostic radiologists, with interventional radiologists, neurovascular surgeons, and we're participating in and hosting a forum on endovascular.org. We'll be in Miami for the panel discussion at the endovascular conference next year. And we're also talking and meeting with the different multiple sclerosis societies, and we feel that it's really important to bring everybody together. Instead of antagonists, we want to be protagonists. What your funding will go to, and we're not a membership-driven organization, we're a volunteer organization, hopefully to have a professional staff as our funding grows, but we see funding going to scientists, we see it going to, and to research, of course, to host convening meetings and roundtables and things of that nature. And that really puts it in a nutshell. I just wanted to thank everybody again, and also let you know we do have a board of directors, a patient advisory board that's working on all of the different patient profiles, as well as a scientific advisory board, and that will help us to determine where your money goes. And thank you to Dr. Sclafani, Dr. Hakey, Dr. Zavadanov, and Dr. Jake for reviewing all of the science and all of the website for us to make sure that it's scientifically correct. And I'd like to also thank our science writer, Al Osorio, who's here with us today as well. He's worked probably for 6 months straight building the site. We started building the site before we were incorporated. So it's been a long time coming, and we're glad to be here.
Let's take a break, adjourn for a while, come back up to lunch. The cafeteria is, well, wait, yeah, let's wait. Let's take a break. I think that's enough for now. This afternoon we have a very interesting discussion. What we will do here are have the experience of 3 proceduralists and who've done a fair number of cases, so we can start to learn and understand the variance in the presentations and the solutions to some of the problems that are developing as we